feel old now. Back in my day, I was a supersonic, but I started to slow down.
What's going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Smart Parts Ion Regulator. We're going to do a full breakdown, clean this bad boy, and put them back together. Choice of lube today is the Dye Advanced Lube. It's the older version, but it still works well. Next, we're going to need a 9/16 deep, thin-walled socket with accompanying ratchet wrench. And I like to use a swab in cleaning, so I'm going to get that out here. We're also needing an adjustable wrench. This is a little overkill, but it'll work well. Our set of Allens. And Q-tips, as well as a microfiber. Got those all set out and ready to go. Let's get this all cleared out of the way. And let's take a look at the regulator here. I've got my Allen key out. We're going to take a look at two set screws. This top one is a set screw for the lock nut inside, and the bottom one there is so you can't back up the regulator while there's pressure in there. So you might need to adjust the regulator so you can get that tiny screw in the window there. So spin it around until you can see it and remove it. As you see here, the set screw on the right is for the top collar, and the screw on the left is for that bottom window. Do not get those mixed up. Next thing we're going to do is remove the lower portion of the regulator using our adjustable wrench. Ideally, you'd be able to turn this by hand, but this guy's dirty, so we're going to get our adjustable wrench and go lefty tighty, righty loosey. And as you can see here, I had a hard time figuring it out. My brain did not want to compute, so here we go. Right turn, taking it all the way out. You get it far enough, should be able to use your fingers. And it's going to come into two pieces. The top section will have your piston, spring, and collar. And the lower portion does not have any removable parts, but we are going to clean in there. Man, let me just tell you, I really like this design, even though they did not necessarily make it as user-friendly as the parts that we have now. Next thing we're going to do is get that Q-tip, clean out in the bottom portion, run it around a couple times, get all that dirt out of there, keep it out of your solenoid, out of your gun. Next thing we're going to do, that I love doing, is cleaning off the threads, and then we're going to wipe down the O-ring as well. So give those threads a good cleaning. Hopefully we can get this guy turning by hand again. Make it smooth. Wipe off that bottom O-ring. We'll re-grease that later. Okay, all done with that guy. We'll set him off to the side and move on to the upper portion of the regulator. If you look down in there, you see the collar and the piston seat, the reg seat there on the tip of the piston. Luckily, it looks like it's in good shape. So we'll get our socket, and pro tip again, reverse threads on this guy. So we're going to have to go righty-loosey And this is the part where you will need your ratchet for this guy. Pop that guy off. And then do the rest by hand. Don't forget to remove that upper set screw. If you follow me on Instagram, you can hear me complain about set screws all day long. Don't forget to remove the set screw. Back that guy out enough. Didn't get it enough this time. Once you back that collar out enough, you'll be able to pop that out, and the spring comes out, and the piston may or may not come out. Set those pieces off to the side there so we don't lose them. Still not coming out, so I'm going to grab an Allen key, pop it out from the top. Just careful not to scratch anything. Not that there is anything to scratch on that surface. Taking a look at the piston, we've got 2 O-rings and a valve seat. Reg seat. Next thing we're going to do is get the swab out. We're going to clean the reg body, the interior portion. Want to make sure that reg piston slides very nicely in there, giving us a good, fast recharge rate. Make sure there's no dust or debris. Make sure those threads are clean if we can. Next thing is this collar. All that dirt on there. Let's wipe it off. Make sure you wipe the threads. A lot of dirt collects in there. It's going to make it a lot easier to reassemble, and it'll make it so it's not as hard to take apart next time. If you look here, after my camera focuses, that top set screw indents on the collar here, locking it in place, as you can see right there. Let's wipe off the spring, make sure there's no dust, debris, or dirt on there that's going to stay inside our regulator and end up in our solenoid or in our bolt kit. Next, we're going to wipe off the reg piston. It's got an interesting lube on there. It feels like Tech T gun salve. It's really sticky. Not my first choice. We're going to swap it over to Dow 33, so I'm cleaning it really well here. There's 2 O-rings and a valve seat we need to look at. But first, get a Q-tip, clean out the interior portion of it. See all that dirt? That might all end up in your gun. So, take care of it. So we're going to re-grease the 2 O-rings here. They look like they're in good condition. And we're not going to put any lube on the reg seat. We're going to keep that dry. So let's get out our microfiber, rub those down one more time. It really felt dirty and sticky almost. So make sure it's very clean. This is where we're going to use our choice of Dow 33 variant, dye slick lube. Put a little dollop on the lower O-ring and on the upper O-ring. Make sure they're well coated, but not overly coated. And my big hands may have brushed up against lube somewhere. So we're going to put a little bit more on there, spread it around, get it well lubricated, and ready to reassemble. We're going to drop this in the reg body the correct way, as seen. Make sure no lube from your fingertip gets on the reg seat. Drop the spring in, and your collar goes in next. Once you get it in there, you'll need your socket. Spin it by hand until it sits tightly against the reg body. Don't over tighten it here, but make sure it's sitting snugly. Hopefully we can screw our lower portion in by hand. But before we do that, let's lube this bottom O-ring. Make sure it slides nicely with the body there. And again, reverse threads. Ours didn't go by hand, so we're going to finish it off with the adjustable wrench. No issues there. Let's turn it until we can get it about where we had it. Reinstall the set screws. And we should be done. You know, if I can pick it up. Turn that lower portion so the window shows the hole. Drop it in there. Tighten her up. It's clearing nicely. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. This is Repair Paintball. Follow me on Instagram. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, get more content on here. Have a fantastic day.
Wait, Rocket! There's actually Rocket. See Rocket? Let's do this together, okay? Then. You get to pick a mode first, and then I'll pick the mode second. Which mode do you pick? And you get Lego. Which mode? You pick. Hey, which mode do you pick? Because we got shark, octopus, and rowfish. Which one do you pick? Then can we do this together? Hold on. Cookies are.
I put them away, Lincoln. I put the cookies away.
And how did you put it in so good? What does it say? Like, can you tell me how you put it in?